Hey there, what is going on YouTube? It is Diffuse Gamer here, and welcome to my second video and my first semi-official video on my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the story and the lore of The Forest and Sons of the Forest, because Sons of the Forest comes out in hopefully a week and a half, and as it's been delayed, I think 3 times. Now, the reason I say semi-official video is because this video was supposed to have more thought put into it. It was supposed to have a script and it was supposed to use my gameplay footage. But unfortunately, I don't have the time or the intellect capacity to write a script, as I suck with basic grammar and the basic form of a sentence. So I'm just going to be winging it. As for the gameplay footage, I don't own The Forest on my laptop. I don't have it on Steam. I do have it on my PS4, but I have a Gen 1 PS4, so not only does it sound like the SR-71 taking off, it only records up to 720p, and nobody wants to see gameplay footage at 720p. And I don't want to record gameplay footage at 720p. Now, the main reason I wanted to make this video is it's been brought to my attention that a lot of people don't know the story or have forgotten the story of The Forest, and so I thought it'd be a great idea to make a video just providing a brief summary of what happened in The Forest, and I thought it'd be a great idea to make a video about the story of The Forest leading into Sons of the Forest and what we know so far. My last thing to mention is I'm only going to be covering the general story, so I'm not going to go deep into everything. I'm not going to explain why this is here or why this is over here or why everything's important. I'm just going to explain the exact storyline. If you want to know everything about the lore, you can go ahead and just look up The Forest. I'll leave a link to this guy's YouTube channel who hasn't posted in a while, but he's done everything and covered every single bit of lore on The Forest, and yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to his channel. As soon as you start The Forest, as soon as you load into the world, you are immediately placed in this cutscene. I will play it for you with my mic muted.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened. Flight attendants and cabin crew, please.
In this first cutscene, we are shown our player, our character. His name's Eric. We're also shown his son, Timmy, who's currently being kidnapped by the man in red, who is not important as of right now, but will become a little more important later on in the story. As seen in the cutscene, we pass out, and then we wake up in the rear section of the plane, which you'll see in a bit. It's been cut in half. In front of us is also some paintings that Timmy has drawn and a nice lady that will provide us a wrench. YouTube, do not worry, she is just sleeping. She is okay, and she will be all right. She just gives us a axe. Now, exploring the island of the forest, you will most likely run into the giant crater towards the center of the map. Obviously, it's very hard to miss. It's ginormous in game. I know it might not seem ginormous in this map, but let me tell you, it is huge. But you'll also run into some cannibal camps where you can just find regular food and supplies. It's nothing too much, nothing involving lore and whatever. So now, aside the cannibal camps, we also have caves around the map where game wise you find the best loot like katanas and chainsaws and more medical supplies and whatnot. But you'll also find the worst and hardest types of enemies like mutants and cave cannibals. That's what I call them. I'm not too sure what their exact name is. Eventually, you'll scour the map to find 6 tapes and a camcorder. Now, I'm going to explain the tapes and I'm going to show you the tapes. So, let's begin. The first tape is labeled Megan's Arrival, where we are shown this girl that seems to be ill, it looks like she's hooked up to an IV, and she's arriving to the laboratory on the island, and she is pointing at it. I can only assume her father is recording her. And we are later shown that the father of Megan is the man in red. We'll get to that later on. But on to our second tape, Lunch with Megan. So, as shown in Lunch with Megan, we see exactly how sick Megan is, where she's so sick that she has to be carried around in a wheelchair and hooked up to an IV in at all times. There's also a man who didn't want to be recorded for either way. Okay, on to our next tape labeled Opening the Artifact. Okay, so in Opening the Artifact, we are shown a little kid, and mainly we're also shown the artifact, which is an Iron Maiden. Now, something to mention is the company that owns the laboratory on the island runs their tests on little children. Now, also, secondly, this next tape that we're about to watch called Side Effects is very graphic, so this is a disclaimer warning. And on to our next tape. So we are shown in Side Effects is the same little boy from Opening the Artifact. We see that they most likely put him in the artifact and now he is suffering the side effects, which are seizing. On to our next tape labeled Armsy Breakout. So in the tape labeled Armsy Breakout, we are shown the mutant we can obviously tell is named Armsy, breaks out and tramples over what appears to be Megan. On to our final tape labeled Second Artifact Test. Okay, so in this video, I guess in the tape labeled Second Artifact Test, we are shown the second artifact, which seems to be a EMP device. Things to note here is this is what the island and the company uses to shoot down airplanes and make them crash on the island, and obviously so they can collect children and run the test on them. Now, another thing to note about this is that Megan's dad uses this to snipe down the plane that Eric and Timmy were on, and Megan's dad is revealed to be the man in the red who we know takes Timmy. And yeah, this covers all 6 tapes, and now it's time to go on the ending. Okay, so the video got too long for me to post, and I'm going to have to make it a 2 to maybe 4 part series, because covering the ending alone is like 20 minutes long, and that's not even with me explaining things. That is just me showing the video clips. So yeah, but I'll do my best to have every part up like right now. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like. If you guys don't want to leave a like, just comment down below. Comment what I should do better in my next videos. Aside that, peace out.